Good morning. It is Monday, July 29th, 7:18 a.m. This is Cooley Glen Shelter where I spent the night last night with Mighty Bones. He's heading northbound. I am heading southbound, and this is going to be my last day on trail for the long trail southbound flip-flop adventure. I have 12.6 miles to go to Middlebury Gap, and that is where my thru hike will conclude. I will bring you what I see along the way. The initial climb out of Cooley Glen going south was a little steep, but run into some of my favorite kind of trail, cruisy. So make some time while I can. Soon enough I'll be going up and going down. Today's trail term, and the final trail term, is flip-flop. I've been saying it quite a few times here. So a flip-flop is just kind of a non-traditional way to do a trail. It's most people either start at one end and at the other, northbound or southbound. And on the long trail it's becoming more common, the Appalachian Trail, it's becoming more common because it's such a long trail. Some over 2,000 miles, almost 2,200. Some people will start somewhere in the middle, go to one end, then flip and go to the other end. So because of the flood, our plan was to go southbound from the northern terminus to the southern terminus, and with the flood that plan got changed. So due to the storm, we'd jumped down from Route 15 in Johnson, or flipped down to Middlebury Gap, and then I hiked continuously southbound, always going southbound, all the way down to the Massachusetts border. Then when we got done that, flipped back up to Johnson where I'd gotten off, and we'll be ending today at Middlebury Gap where we'd gotten back on. So it's a flip-flop because I'm flipping and flopping all around the trail. So I guess I went over Mount Cleveland earlier, just was looking at the map on my phone. No sign and no view. Next one I believe is Mount Roosevelt, and I know there's a view up there. And so this is the Vermont presidentials. Not nearly as exciting as the New Hampshire presidentials, but looking forward to completing them. Thank you, trail maintainers. That was obviously a pretty big blowdown there. The view from the summit of Mount Roosevelt. My second Vermont presidential of the day. Only one more, which is Mount Wilson. But this is the last one with a good view. Well, there's no sign or no view, but I'm on the summit of Mount Wilson, so I've completed the Vermont presidentials. Woohoo! About 9/10 of a mile, I think it is, down to Emily Proctor. I'm going to stop there and get some water and keep on moving. There are some things about being on trail I will not miss. Filtering water is definitely one of the things I will not miss. It's kind of nice to turn on a faucet and get water. And now it's raining, so there's another thing I won't miss. Had a wonderful break at the Emily Proctor shelter. Probably spent a little too much time there. 6.9 miles left to go to Middlebury Gap, and my hike will be complete. That's the trail out to the summit of Breadloaf Mountain. There's not much of a view out there, so I'm not going. It's Long Trail south, or north, excuse me. And Long Trail southbound. And here we go. Over Breadloaf, we've been over Breadloaf Mountain. Once you get to the top of Breadloaf Mountain, there's a nice little ridge walk. So, enjoying that. Fairly easy walking. In comparison to all the ups and downs we've been facing. I've reached the intersection of the trail to Skyline Lodge. Don't have any reason to go down there, and I'm just looking forward to completing the trail. It is a beautiful lodge, and if I hadn't pushed so hard the last couple days, I probably would have stayed there tonight and finished up tomorrow morning. And that is the trail, Skylight Pond Trail. It leads down to the forest road, so if you didn't want to hike all the way here on the long trail, you can get here on a side trail. But south I will go. I am making my way down Boyce Mountain towards Boyce Shelter. I will take my last break of my long trail through hike and from there I'll have 3.1 miles to go. It's been kind of cool running into people that I met when I was on my flip. I just ran into two young women, Peanut and Jelly, that I met on Baker Peak. They didn't have trail names then, but that's okay because I couldn't remember what their actual names were, but they remembered mine, and I remembered where I'd met them at least. But now they have trail names, which is cool. They're over halfway, and they seem like they're enjoying their trip. So I ran into Bluegrass, who I'd met on the southern section. So it's been kind of, I was hoping I might run into more. I think it's maybe 4 or 5 total that I met while I was doing my flip down. So it's been a interesting experience for sure. What a difference a few miles makes, because this is the water source at Boyce Shelter, and you don't have to go a whole lot farther north, and the water is much more plentiful. I mean, you can definitely get water here, but it's not flowing very fast. You need a scoop to get your water. I have reached Boyce Shelter. I'm going to take my last break on trail at my last shelter that I'll see, and then on to Middlebury Gap. Getting to enjoy puncheon that I helped make and install along with Topped on our spring trail work with the Breadloaf chapter of the Green Mountain Club. Very effective. So I think the best thing about this flip-flop hike is that I'll be ending at a parking lot. I don't have to hike any approach trail because I've already done them both. So I'll get to the road, I'll be done, Top will be waiting there, get in the car, go home. Woohoo! Making my way down to Middlebury Gap. Probably 15 to 20 minutes left of my through hike. I can start to hear the traffic from here. Kind of mixed emotions. I'm excited to be done. I'll be going to help out at NYLT in a few days. At the same time, I enjoy being out on the trail. I enjoy the challenge. There's a lot of things that being home is nice too. One day I'm gonna go on a longer hike, but not yet. What a nice cruisy finish to the road. I know there's a couple more signs I gotta survey when I get down there. I am very close to being done.
Here we are again, Long Trail South, Green Mountain National Forest, and somebody is just coming out of the woods. Gotta make it to this side of the road safely, though. I survived. I survived.
Yay! I am complete. Or at least my hike
With an asterisk, right? Congratulations.
I survived. I made it across the road. I got to touch this right here. Yay! I am complete. Or at least my hike is.
Asterisk, right? Congratulations.
Love you. This is the end of day recap for Monday, July 29th, day 27. Today I started at Cooley Glen Shelter and hiked 12.6 miles to Middlebury Gap to conclude my flip-flop southbound through hike of the Long Trail. This was my third end-to-end of the Long Trail and my second through hike, first time going southbound. My grumbles and gratitudes. My grumble is that I didn't schedule enough time for Tupta and I to be able to finish the trail together. My gratitude is that she was able to hike over 120 miles of the trail with me. Thank you for following along, and please consider giving a donation to the Green Mountain Club to help maintain the trail.